What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of the JMT Show. This is episode 6.
Guys?
And in today's podcast, we're going to be going over how to optimize your health as a young man living in America. You know, today you have probably seen numerous amounts of health stuff, like health hazardous things, you know, the seed oils, you know, the poison in our water, like, you know, fluoride, all these different kinds of things. And in today's podcast, we're just going to be going over how you can optimize your health as a young, disciplined man. Because at the end of the day, health is extremely important.
It is.
If your body's not feeling good, if your brain is not feeling good, you're not going to be able to optimize yourself in your own business and in your own endeavors, right?
We're going to be discussing several things, starting from like just how you can even clear up the mental health, even like the physical health, the things that you consume, everything like that. So let's get straight into it. I like to really discuss the first thing that is the most broad thing that everybody's consuming every freaking day, the fast food items. The fast food items, the Chick-fil-A, what is the wing place called? McDonald's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, all this garbage. All this freaking garbage. 90% of these fast food restaurant chains, if you were to actually look in the ingredients, they have things, ingredients that it's called soybean oil, canola oil, seed oils, and we're gonna kind of be explaining what these ingredients actually are and how freaking detrimental they are to your health. The first thing that these ingredients are extremely detrimental to, especially as a man, they drop your testosterone levels tremendously. There is actually a known fact that in today's day and age, 20-year-olds in today's age, 2025, 20-year-olds had the same testosterone levels as 70-year-olds in the 1950s. And what is this caused by? The things that we are consuming.
So what is the relative importance of this hormone called testosterone? What do you guys think?
Listen, bro, testosterone is your source of power as a man, okay? High testosterone means you'll be mentally clear, you'll be smart, you'll be strong, you'll be brave, you'll be courageous, you will be focused, you will be able to do anything. Most importantly, effort will feel good, okay? If effort feels good, bro, you can do anything in life.
Exactly.
You will get anything done.
Yeah.
If you can enjoy doing what you need to do in order to actually reach your goals and accomplish things, bro, you're gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah, and there's a reason why they target it in everything, through the fast food oils that inflame your body, through all these different kinds of junk food, because as my brother over here said, testosterone as a man is what makes you and enables you to make efforts feel good. Like, for example, you're in the gym, you're lifting some weights. For some people, it's like a chore for them. But for others that are disciplined, it's amazing. Like, they're in the gym, you know, getting their muscles pumped. Like, even if they're like working on their business, if they're studying, if they're doing any of these things, they enjoy it. It gives this sense of effort, a sense of accomplishment.
Exactly.
Like, they enjoy going out and doing hard things.
And then the main point, the question, going back to the question, why is testosterone really targeted by the elites in this day in society? Why do all these foods that you consume decrease your testosterone? Why do the things that you watch decrease your testosterone? Why does your lifestyle, literally everything, your lifestyle, why does it decrease your testosterone, you may be asking? Because a group of people with low test are very easily controlled. Would you rather have a group of people with testosterone flowing through the roof, like, oh, you know, they got freaking beards and they're like, they want to go and conquer, rather than men nowadays? They're able to sit through these little freaking lecture halls and for like just hours in these lecture halls because their testosterone is so low. You know how terrible that is for your testosterone, just sitting down like a docile NPC consumer tax wage slave, NPC consumer slave, not moving at all for like 5 hours straight, bro. You don't understand how terrible that is for your blood flow in general, bro.
Especially as a young, disciplined young man, like filled with energy, filled with charisma, filled with confidence. Ever since you're a little boy, they just tell you to just sit down, shut up, don't talk, stay in line, raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Over time, after a couple years, from the age of 7 to the age of 18, you're just going to be sedentary and you're just going to be obedient, right? They're just going to tell you to don't talk, you have to sit in your seat, like, stop talking out of line. But in reality, you need to embrace that as a man. Go out there, talk to people, be cooperative, go move your body, hit the gym, get your blood flow in, right? But no, rather they tell you it's okay, chill out. You don't need to do all this. You don't need to do all that.
Yeah.
Just eat these Doritos, eat these Oreos, bro. I was doing some research the other day. You know, like the Doritos, they literally have an ingredient that's like is derived from literal petroleum.
Bro,
petroleum.
Damn,
Like
I did not know
a literal ingredient that is derived from petroleum. The Lucky Charms cereal that you eat your cereal every single morning, it has a literal ingredient derived from petroleum. Petroleum is literally gas, my friend. It's literally gas. So
Yeah,
you're
I mean, consuming
waking up in the morning, you're just eating a literal gasoline.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, down to literally
Yeah.
the water that you drink.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
why don't you look around and ask yourself, yo, how come, you know, water bottles are not like made in glass? You know, because all these water bottles have these freaking microplastics. They have these BPAs that are just complete endocrine disruptors and just dropping your testosterone levels so freaking low. The tap water that you shower with, the tap water that's in your sink,
Let me tell you a
has
personal
tons
story.
of estrogen. Tons of estrogen.
Let me tell you a personal story of myself when I moved out from the home and I lived on my own. I drank strolling from plastic water bottles. It was for about 5 to 6 months. I thought nowhere of it until my brother over here one day told me, we were sitting, bro, be careful. Why are you like these plastic water bottles? They have endocrine disrupting chemicals
Yeah, bro.
like microplastics that disrupt your hormones. All right. And then one morning, I just woke up. I just drunk from this plastic water bottle. It was sitting out. It wasn't in the fridge. It was just sitting out, and I drank it. And like I just felt like this plastic weird taste, and just went down into my stomach, and I just had to go use the bathroom number 2 real quick.
Bro, that stuff
Yeah.
literally freaking like that stuff literally like it decreases your fertility.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You
scary.
drink too much of that stuff,
the-
bro.
yeah, let me
you
cons-
won't be able to have kids,
Bro, let me continue the story. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is why I feel kind of lethargic throughout the day. It's because of the stupid plastic water bottle. Then I did some research, and it turns out, bro, everything, all these plastic water bottles, the plastic food containers, the plastic leaches into the food that you're consuming, to the water that you're consuming, and it disrupts your endocrine receptors. So I ended up going up on Amazon, getting myself a nice reverse osmosis water filter. I definitely recommend you guys go and check that out. A reverse osmosis water filter, it gets all the bad stuff out of it, the microplastics, the fluoride, all the chlorine, all that bad stuff, and it eliminates everything, and just sprinkles some pink Himalayan sea salts in there, and it'll be like the best water you'll ever drink. So just be careful of the stuff that you consume on a day-to-day basis, right? And there's a reason why. They want you to be weak, even down to your immune system. Do you think the FDA gives a damn about your health? Bro, the FDA has stuff like artificial food colorings like Red 40, Yellow 5, Blue 4, whatever, that is literally shown to make kids autistic and have behavior disfigures and behavior disorders.
There's the reason why, as of right now, autism rates and like in children have spiked through the roof.
Yeah.
Because these things, like Red 40, Blue 5, back like 20, 30 years ago, these things were literally illegal substances in other countries.
Yeah.
In
and
other
they still
countries,
are in Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
still
I was
are,
about to say,
yeah.
yeah. In Europe, in other countries, these substances are literally illegal to be put in foods. Now the Federal Reserve are just putting them in your foods like it's nothing. Why?
FDA.
Yeah, oh yeah, FDA, not Federal Reserve. But the FDA, they're putting them in your food like it's literally nothing. Why? Bro, because they don't give a damn, because they're more easily to be controlled that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, that's something called in psychology, like that's like the abuse of authority. It's where like you have credibility. Okay, people believe whatever you say, so you use that to deceive them, basically.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You know,
a
so
good
the
point.
FDA, bloody FDA. Everybody believes the FDA because they're
yeah.
NPC docile people.
Oh, just
Yeah.
say whatever the FDA says, you know? Just
Oh,
do whatever.
brody, I listen to anything the FDA
Yeah,
says.
just please think
So-
for yourself.
So because they abuse their authority to deceive you into thinking that everything they say is authentic, but no, it's not. They want you to be weak, my friend.
Yeah. Let me
Even,
tell let me tell you one of the biggest lies ever told in the food pyramid food industry. It's that breakfast is your most important meal of the day. This is probably one of the most BS statements ever said. Why? Because if you eat first thing in the day, your insulin and your blood sugar levels spike, right? Causing you to have it crash at roughly 11 a.m., 12 p.m., right? Instead, what you should be doing is not having your first meal until roughly about 12 noon or like whatever, until noon.
Even later than that.
Yeah,
bro.
probably even later than that, right? you probably have a little black coffee. If you are feeling hungry, maybe have a little like a little banana, but that's pretty much it. But you gotta understand that there's a reason why they feed you all these lies. There's a company called Kellogg's, you know, it's for the cereal brand and
Cereal
stuff.
brands, yeah.
They're the ones that released this lie. They're the ones that constructed this lie, saying that breakfast is the most important meal of your day. Well, in reality, it is extremely false.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, I've even firsthand experienced that. I think everyone has experienced that. You wake up in the morning, you eat a nice breakfast, and boom, 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 you have some energy. 11, 12 hits, you're like completely crashed out.
Yeah,
There's a reason, right? And you
know
never
something-
think why
Yeah.
this has happened, right? You never think why, but why do you do it? Because, oh, these big, reliable corporations are telling me that it's fine, so yeah, okay, that's fine.
Also, if you look at the food pyramid by the FDA, on the base of the food pyramid, it's literally grains and breads. Like, how just like terrible is that? We all know grains and breads and all these little carbs. Of course, I'm saying carbs are good, but like some carbs are good for you, like bananas, apples, the fruits, and all that stuff, rice and stuff. But like constructed, artificially flavored stuff, the grains, it's terrible for your blood sugar, terrible for your insulin resistance, and then it just makes you overall lethargic. Rather, you need to be focused on things that literally just come from the earth. Stuff like steak, stuff like eggs, stuff like fruits. You know,
Eggs, specifically.
yes, eggs are a superfood, bro. Superfood. Did you know that eggs have literally every single vitamin except for vitamin C? You get the vitamin C from stuff like orange juice and stuff like that. But yeah,
So I want to go back to something about the breakfast is the most important meal of the day thing. I strongly disagree with that.
As well.
Completely disagree with that. If anything, I think, bro, eating breakfast is the single like worst way you can start off your day. Because, bro, when you eat, you feel accomplished and like it takes away your energy.
Yeah.
And like it's just like it's like it like you because when you're fasting, quote unquote, when you haven't eaten anything, you're drinking some water, but you haven't eaten any calories at all. You are more energetic and you're more like free on the inside. You know what I mean? You just have more energy and space on the inside of your body. You're much more flexible. You can do anything. You're much more quick. So when you eat first thing in the morning, all that energy is gone. You know what I mean?
And then you just end up feeling like a little lazy bastard the rest of the day.
Honestly, bro, you should eat starting like at 2 p.m. at the earliest. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like actually better to wait until like freaking 6 p.m.
Yeah.
or 8
and
or
there-
you at 12 a.m. the next day.
there is just something in gym culture where they say, oh, stuff your like the more you eat, the bigger you grow, or like just stuff your food with like food. It's just stuff your face with food, and the more muscle you'll get. Me, I used to think that too. I went on like a whole bulk. I went from like 150 pounds to 180 pounds. Even though I put on hella muscle mass, like a lot of muscle, I was benching like twice, 3 times the amount of weight I was in the gym. At the same time, I was looked down. I had a little bit of fat, visceral fat, and I didn't have that same agility, right? Then I cut out the breakfast. I only had 2 meals per day, right? Even cut out the snacks too, just lunch and dinner. That's it.
Yeah.
You feel more like refreshed. You feel more like in tune. You feel like you want to go out and like attain.
Exactly.
Right? There's a quote that says, "Full balls plus an empty stomach equals a dangerous man."
Wow.
Right? It's a very powerful quote, and ever since I heard that quote, I live by it. It's extremely powerful because when you have like full balls, full of testosterone, you're gonna be like a freaking dog. And then when
Like nothing's gonna stop you. Like you're just gonna be just dialed in, going it like I know what the hell I want. And then when you're just kind of like I just ate, I'm chilling. You're just gonna be like a lazy bastard the rest of your day. And you need to stop just like so. I want to also talk about the nutrition part and who's giving these fake lies, right? Take a look at your doctor, right? Your doctor in med school, they didn't teach them anything about nutrition, about okay, these foods, what about it, these ingredients in the foods? No, in med school, they were just taught, you know what, he comes in with these freaking symptoms, I'm gonna prescribe him with this medicine. No, when have you ever gone to a doctor and you feel a little sick or a little lethargic or ill, and they've told you, oh, have you changed up your lifestyle? Have you, maybe done some exercise? Why don't you start going on some runs in the morning? Why don't you start adding more fruit in your diet? But no, they just prescribe you the damn medicine because that's how they get paid. The whole entire damn pharmaceutical industry is a complete utter scam. And you can't see that because you've been lied to. You've been lied to. And the system runs very deep, very, very deep. Literally every single thing that you're consuming, the processed foods, the frozen freaking foods, the water, the soda, bro. Like I saw soda, like a bottle of spray had like 63 grams of sugar in it.
Bro, what?
Like it's
Yo,
utterly
it's crazy,
insane.
bro. Some things like you look at the ingredients of like a container or something. Sometimes you just actually a lot of the time you just look at the ingredients. You see words you've never known that.
Yeah,
existed
that's
before.
so true.
You know, like words that have like 20
You can't even
letters.
spell them out. Yeah,
it's crazy.
But Exorio Slavishin Lajaisis.
Yeah. Even like the damn McDonald's foods. Like I saw this video showing the freaking ingredients in your McNuggets and all that just BS. It's so freaking horrible for you. You just feel like a fat freaking lazy bastard.
Yeah, it's like it just like
Yeah,
even like all the
bro.
soybean oil feels like it just frying your brain.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that soybean oil for a second, because I'm sure all of you guys have heard about
Oh,
that.
that shit should be illegal.
Yeah, in some point of your lives. Soybean oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, all these different kinds of seed oils, right? These are very inflammatory for your body and very endocrine disrupting. So let me give you a little bit of a history lesson. Canola oil, back in World War II, was constructed by Canada. What does canola oil stand for? Canadian seed oil. That's what it's short for. Canola oil is short for Canadian seed oil or something like that. And Canada was producing this oil. Why? To help ships churn their gears. You know those big gears that you see in factories? Those big metal gears?
The wheels.
Those wheels and stuff, they need to be lubricated so they could spin. What did they use? They literally used seed oils because it was cost effective. So one day, a company called Procter and Gamble, a very big monopolistic company, decided, why don't we just try to, genetically modify this so it could be used for human consumption? Because after World War II, the demand for this was extremely low because they didn't need to churn their gears anymore. So they tried to construct it in a manner which was able to sell to the public in a normal fashion. So they started genetically modifying it. Like in reality, it has such a ratchet smell. They removed the ratchet smell from it, and they put it in colorful containers in Peace Fresh Market, Target, Walmart, and now they slap on the label, they slap on the bottle, heart healthy. But in reality,
Such a lie.
there has been thousands of studies showing it inflames your bowels, it inflames your heart, it makes you lethargic, it disrupts your hormones. It's not something to be messed around with.
Yeah.
And I hate.
That's another instance of abusing authority to deceive people.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. The FDA.
Even when you
the FDA has so many different things that are just normal, like high fructose corn syrup. Inflames your bowels, inflames your gut lining, inflames everything.
No, it's literally killing you.
Bro, the
inside. Like, it's killing you.
fluoride in your toothpaste, the literal fluoride in your toothpaste has been shown to make kids dumber. Literally, they gave in literal IQ test, like some college and universities. They gave a literal IQ test to
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they gave a literal IQ test showing kids that take no fluoride. Hey, it's kids with fluoride toothpaste. The kids that had fluoride toothpaste in their water was literally like their IQ test was dumber, right? In the cities of Chicago, cities of New York, the cities of Los Angeles, in the slums, and the gangsters, this little cities like O Block and stuff. In their water, they have a high concentrate of lead. Found the word. Lead. So lead and fluoride and all these things. They drink the tap water. And then there's literally studies showing that in these increased areas with the increased lead shows increased crime rates, increased stuff like
crime rates.
Yes,
Wow,
increased.
that's a direct correlation.
That's
freaking
and
crazy,
what
bro.
do they say in the science? They say correlation doesn't equal causation. Well, that's a whole load of BS, my friend. They just say, oh, correlation doesn't equal causation. Well, how come you're literally blatant and clear?
Hell.
Like in the cities where there's high lead concentrate, in the poor cities, there's increased crime rates. Whatever. This is not by coincidence, my friend.
It's literally because they're literally poisoning you,
And your water,
physically,
your water.
mentally, the straight up water the thing that you, that's, oh my god, freaking the system, bro, is so damn intelligent to freaking control the population. I'm like getting astonished literally right now. The thing that you need literally to survive, they are poisoning. The damn tap water that you wash your hands with, that you freaking drink, that you shower with, they're putting lead concentrate. I didn't actually know that. That's a crazy like fact. Lead, freaking blasting with BPAs, estrogen. That's why you see nowadays freaking these men have freaking titties, because
It's mainly because of their diet.
yeah, mainly because of their diet. And also, I wanted to say
they don't work out in
yeah,
general.
I wanted to say this earlier. If you can't control like what you're consuming, how the hell do you expect to do anything in your
Yeah.
life? If you literally can't control yourself and hold yourself back from freaking eating a strawberry sprinkled donut, how do you expect to do anything else in your life? Like you're a
Exactly,
straight up
bro. You
failure.
need to
Can't
have
even
that
resist.
level of discipline.
Can't even resist a goddamn donut. Like, bro,
Yeah.
how stupid do you have to be for God's sake?
Yeah. At least
Really?
at least do something to like, if you are gonna eat that, do something to freaking earn it. You know what I'm saying?
Just say, okay, I want to eat this donut. Just say, okay, I have to go to the gym first in order to eat the donut. So then go to the gym and then just betray yourself. Don't eat the donut.
Yeah. Don't end up eating it.
Or just like go throw it out in like the garden to let it decompose into the ground and let the ground be more healthy. You know? At least like the ground is more deserving of the donut than you. You don't need the donut, my friend.
You don't eat the donut.
You don't need the donut, bro.
At least the world will benefit some way. Because think about it. Like, I want you to think about it like this. You eat the donut, you will become less healthy, your brain will be fogged, and your mental frequency will decrease. And in other words, you'll be more negative.
More dumb too.
So you'll become stupider. So since now you're stupider and your mental frequency has decreased, now that negative frequency will be emitted out into the world. Now somebody else is gonna suffer of your negativity. You're gonna exert your negativity to them. They're gonna be affected. So they're gonna be negative, and now they're gonna be negative to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else, and so on and so forth until the whole world has become negative because of you.
That's very true.
Now
That
you
is very
could
true.
have stopped that whole cycle from happening by just putting the donut in the grass for it to decompose.
Obesity rates are on the rise. Diabetes is on the rise. High blood pressure is on the rise. Autism is on the rise. Did you ever think to yourself that there may be some kind of correlation with the food, the diet, all these different kinds of underlying things? Well, there is a direct correlation, my friend. The seed oils, the sugar, all of this fast food and junk is inflaming your mind and your body, right? We may not think of it now in the present moment as young, healthy, youthful men, but in reality, a couple of years down the line, if you continue with this diet, if you continue stuffing yourself with sugar, you're gonna see it. Your joints are gonna start aching. Your hormones are gonna start depleting. You're not gonna feel like yourself, my friend. You know,
And you know what's the cure?
there have been multiple studies showing that obese people are dumber than healthier people. I'm not trying to say that to throw shade. By all means, if you're obese, admit the fact. Look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, I need to make a change, right? Because it's not your fault, my friend. The system wants you like this. The system wants you.
No, it is your fault.
No, it's not.
It is your fault for being
No,
fat.
it is your fault.
It is,
but
look, is
No,
it?
it is your fault.
freaking
No,
fault,
it is your
100%.
Yes,
Don't
yes.
point out fingers on. By all means, if you're fat, I love that point that you have to actually say that you're freaking fat. But don't go out pointing fingers saying it's because of this, because of this. No, if you're a fat ass, you're a freaking fat ass.
Yes, of course, you need to own up to it. You need to own up to it. But you need to understand, you gotta stop with the strawberry sprinkled donuts. You gotta stop with the McDonald's. 2 meals a day.
let
It's
it
simple,
decompose
bro.
on the ground.
It's simple. Our ancestors back then only survived on probably 1 meal a day.
Bro,
Yeah.
your ancestors, bro, the men would lead armies at the age of 16.
Yeah. But
Bro.
do you know what's the cure to all this? Just keep taking your Tylenol and ibuprofen pills, and you should be good.
Yeah.
Keep listening to your doctor, buddy.
Keep taking your Tylenol.
Keep listening to your freaking
Keep
obese
taking
doctor.
your Tylenol, your
Yup.
Advil, your ibuprofen,
Absolutely.
and your I don't know whatever.
Stupid
Your
freaking-
Percocet 30s and your anxiety medication.
It's okay. Don't
you'll
worry
be
about
good.
it. Don't worry about it.
Don't
It's
worry
okay.
about it.
Don't worry
Yes.
about it. It's okay.
Just wake up tomorrow.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just wake up tomorrow. Eat your bowl of
It's
cereal.
okay. Don't worry.
Please
worry
let me
about it.
continue. Just wake up tomorrow. Eat your bowl of cereal. Eat your Subway lunch, and then come back home and eat your Cane's dinner, and you'll be a-okay. And don't forget to take your Tylenol, your ibuprofen, your Advil, and your anxiety medication before bed so you can have a good night's rest. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 6 of the JMT Show.
Thank you very much,
We'll see
guys.
you all in the